Hello, same shirt. Um, Today's weird little guy Thursday, everyone's favorite. Um, what were we doing? Oh, yes. There he is. We were working on this guy. Um, I've had a couple of ideas since last we met. On how to judge this guy up a little bit, make him look a little fancier. Make him look a little more skull-like. And I will show those to you. So we keep going. I don't really have any idea what I want to do with the arms yet. Might have to make a quick trip to the store, see if anything really blows my mind or anything. If not, I think I have some chainsaw, like some big, heavy chainsaw arms. Maybe. My luck, probably not. I'm probably throwing them all away because they were a little bit off shape. Uh, which is a thing I do, unfortunately. Um, yeah, this guy, I'm thinking, so I know I said power armored trooper, and that is probably still what it's going to be. Uh, just because. But I did think of another fun thing it could be, which is a trophy taker, which is one of the other unique soldier classes in Stargrave. Because my idea for this the whole time has been to kind of get it some, like it's got big old stompy. Sorry, no, it's got spikes. It's got skulls and spikes all over its back and everything. I just thought that that would be neat, um, neat and fun to do. So we're gonna work on the things that I have thought of, and then we will see if I am suddenly struck with epiphany and figure out some other stuff to do as well. We'll see. I'm trying to make this video not quite as long as yesterday's was, because it ate into a lot of my time for the day. Whoops. Whoopsies. But, alright. I'm gonna get the camera moved and set up right. Hello. There's the camera. I'm gonna pause now. Alright, we're back. We're back in business. Back in business. I still have this leg on my table. Go back to the drawer. Uh, what are we gonna do? Right. Okay. This was the idea I had. As you can tell, I'm a little scatterbrained. It's okay. I haven't even I haven't eaten lunch yet. I woke up just for you guys. But I found this little hood. This little cool robo hood thing. And obviously the whole thing does not fit in here. So what I need to decide now, and I think I've already kind of decided in my heart, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this chest plate so I can slot this in like so. We'll see if I can get this chest plate off. I know I glued it in place yesterday, which is less than ideal, but I think I can still probably break it as long as I'm gentle. I can break it without fully shattering it. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, got it. Barely even broke it. You can see there's some new white marks on it. I don't know if you can see that very well, but there we go. Maybe there. Those are stress marks. When you stress this gray plastic, it turns white and it grows weak and brittle. Not ideal. Oh, did I bust up my nail doing that? Nope, we're good. Still haven't found the correct knife blade, so we're just gonna keep using this one. I tried to order some, but it wasn't actually what came in the box. It just the box had a different kind in it instead. So I guess I'm thinking that it's probably just not standardized. And companies can say that blades are whatever, because obviously, like hospitals and stuff aren't. Move this camera forward a little bit if I can. There we go. Cameras and stuff, not cameras. Hospitals and stuff are obviously not ordering their scalpel blades off of Amazon. So I think these Amazon guys just kind of do whatever they want. Which is fine. It's their prerogative. So we're gonna snip here, and then I'd really love to save both of these pieces somehow. I just don't think it's really possible. Um, nope, this plastic's gonna have to go. There we go. That should be plenty. And I can kind of just trace this line here on the back with my knife very gently. Just kind of giving it permission to fall apart. Don't we all need that every now and then? Okay. This is a pretty nice little piece. It could prove useful later, so I didn't want to destroy it. Hence why I was being so careful. Um, okay. Now we've got to clean up these chest plates. Just using my nippers to get a straight line without going too crazy like you might end up doing with a knife. And then I'm just going to hit it with the sanding stick. Not sure how much of this I'm going to be able to keep, or how much I'm going to have to cut away to fit the new part in the middle. I should probably film. Well, no, that kind of defeats the purpose of it. I was gonna say I should film more than one of these at once, but that kind of is against the spirit. The idea of doing it every day is so I have something to do every day. You know, maybe I'll make a new Discord channel just for these video uploads, so that I'm not spamming the various chats. But maybe not. Who knows? Not me. Alright. Sorry that was entirely off camera. It's very silly of me. I'm really not very good at that. Just fine. Okay, so this piece fits rather luxuriously right onto this piece. Luxurious is probably not the right word to use in this scenario, but it's okay. And this fits pretty good into here, actually, which is nice. Very convenient for me. Need to figure out where I'm gonna need to cut a bigger hole. I don't really think I can get this any further back than it already is. So maybe no. Maybe I don't need to. Okay. Can't decide if that's too much of a gap or not. Part of that would depend, I guess, on how much this covers. And the answer is all of it, pretty much. The only spot it doesn't cover is directly behind his head, which is fine because I'm actually just going to fill that space with wires later anyway. Which does remind me, probably a good idea for me to just go ahead and drill this out now. Cut off this little nub, make things easier for me. That's what she said. She being the evil demon that lives in my house, of course. It's a light possession, but it helps drive the mortgage rate down. Yeah. Officer, I swear I don't know anything. Please, not to touch instruments. A lot of time when I'm doing this, I feel like Sid from Toy Story. Like, that kid got like obliterated and he wasn't really doing anything. You know, he was just being creative. He clearly lived in a bad spot. So like, I don't know. It's kind of fucked up what they did to him. Now, what they did to him, I of course don't remember at all. Yeah, okay, we're gonna be able to fit a couple of wires in there. That's good. That'll help clear that up a little bit. Well, you know what? While we're here, crank that bad boy up to high. Not really how you're supposed to make holes bigger, but it works, and plastic is very soft, so it's okay. Alright, so we got that. Now I need to clean this up and decide what all of it I'm going to keep and what part of it I'm going to cut away. So I think I'll just compare with this here, basically. So I think what I need to do is I need to take this piece, cut it, and then cut these pieces out from behind this little tube along with this little piece of fabric that would normally go on like an arm or something to look like a shirt sleeve, I believe is the idea. And we'll just kind of clean that up a little bit. That's pretty good. That's looking pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna do that to the same thing to the other side, though there's less to clean up on this side. Well, the torso is tilted, which does give this a little bit of a strange look. Um, that's okay. My goal for every model on this team is to have it be a little bit unsettling, a little bit weird, a little bit strange. Because I'm just so cool like that. So, just gonna do our best to straighten it out. Just cutting this part to make it match up with this side so that they're the same size. They have different textures, which is fine. It's actually kind of good. It'll give some more visual interest to what's going on. It's kind of the name of the game, visual interest. Okay. Now we got like that, and we got like this. That helps it a little bit, though not incredibly. Gonna take a risky move, and I'm gonna cut this little nubbin at the back, this little hood at the back, to see if I can get it to go farther into the body. And it will not, so that was a waste of time. I also definitely do not have any more of this model, the one I'm using the face mask off of. So if I fuck it up too bad, then I just kind of have to abandon it entirely. It's fine. It would just be kind of depressing. Okay. So we're just going to kind of slather this plastic glue kind of all over. Got to be kind of careful with plastic glue. Not because it'll do anything to you, but because if you touch the plastic while it has it on there, you'll leave your fingerprint stuck in there, which doesn't look good. Okay, that's pretty much centered. Making sure that the head is centered with the hole. Go back there. If I push it in a little bit further, it'll pop this back carapace off just a little bit, which is fine. It looks it doesn't really look any different. So if it really does, I'll stick something in there and we'll call it good. But all right, so here we go. We've got our little face situation in here. So I really should just wait now, but I'm not good at doing that. So I'm just gonna put the armor on. Technically, the armor is supposed to stick in here. Should mean I'd have to make this much shorter than it is. I don't really want to do. Whoops, don't want to push it too. See, this is why I should have waited. I really need to make sure that this is centered or it's going to look really stupid. And it's going to bug me forever. It's the problem with making sci-fi stuff, is that there is more of an expectation in my mind that it be even. Just adding some more glue in here. And in here. Okay. As much as it frustrates me, I must leave it alone for now before I put the chest piece on. It's just not something I want to wait to do because I'm really curious to see how it's going to turn out. Alas, I must wait. The arms, I really haven't decided yet what I want to do. I've got a lot of different options. One of the fun type options I thought of is doing one of these. It's a little anachronistic, but this guy's got a big fake sinewy arm that I think looks pretty cool. I think this armor piece is also separate. Yep. This is just a print that I've kept around for a long time, specifically to use on something else. I didn't know what at the time, but perhaps it is this. So, try not to lose too much of the arm. I'm gonna have to come up with some kind of joint, but that's okay. So we can give it this big spooky arm. I'm gonna replace. I'm gonna cut the hand off too, because I would definitely want to replace the hand with something more threatening than a little Gumby fist. This is pretty long though, so I can just cut this off though, because regardless of what I end up doing, having a flat surface will be more useful for me than having a this random slot that's supposed to go in it. So this is option one, which I don't hate. You know, a big fake muscly arm, maybe a knife in it facing down or something. Oh my god, I'm sorry. It's completely covering that from you guys. So that's one option. The other option that I thought of is for this arm to go full flesh. Like, take one of these bad boys, stick it on like so, give him a really, really long arm, which is kind of maybe too long, unfortunately. I think it looks really cool, but I think it might be too long to really accomplish what I'm looking for. I would definitely do this if I was for sure gonna make him a trophy hunter. I think as a trophy hunter, that works pretty perfect. So I am gonna cut this arm off, just kind of regardless. I cut a big hole in this guy's back because I was gonna fill it with beehives. But I just did not like the way it ended up looking in the end. So I ripped it all out. So now I just have a guy who I keep yoinking apart for parts, which is fine. It's the fate of most of these things. So, see, like this, you can do a big arm. You know what? Honestly, I don't mind two big arms. I probably get this posed in such a way that it could be holding the gun. So basically, it stops like this, and then it would have this arm going like this, with a gun in it. Click, click, boom, boom. So if I did that, this this might be something I can actually use the sticky buddy for. We'll see. So double check I haven't moved this. No, we're good. We're Gucci. So this is pretty good actually. I like the big spooky arm. I can use this one. So this arm has been replaced, but this one has yet to be replaced, so it's still fleshy. I might carve out some holes here and just put some pipe in there to make it look more like, you know, cyberized arm, but I don't hate this actually. I kinda like the way that looks. A little bit of pa 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 pa. Spooky man. Certainly gives him a very intimidating profile. Um, I like that actually. I think I'm gonna go with it. Yeah, I need to figure out hands and stuff before I start cutting willy nilly though. So for now, it will just kind of live poster tack together like this. Um, this is probably set enough at the moment. And then, alright. So now we're gonna put these in like so. Yeah, gonna have to cut these a little bit at the top. Kind of a bummer, but it's okay. Alright, so cut that bad boy at the top there. Just to make it fit a little bit better, and then I can kind of get it more nestled in here. Yeah, okay, we're looking pretty good. We're looking pretty chill. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay. Like this? I like this. It's pretty good. Alright. I'm gonna do two things. Sorry, I didn't mean to flip you off. So I'm gonna do two things. One, I'm going to very gently carve this angle down. There we go. So the reason I did that was because I didn't love how high up it was sticking once I got it in here like this, but now it's pretty much perfect. Wow, beautiful. So now I need to do just the same thing to the other end. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing boom. Alright. Need to clean this one up a little bit. Might not need to cut this one on the end, so we'll see. Um, but this is a situation that calls for some sprue goo. Because there's some pretty big gaps in here. And I don't want to make up putty or anything. So, kind of annoying to work with a little bit, but it'll be okay. So I'm just going to stick a nice little lump of melted plastic right here. Break that off. And I'm going to use the clean-ish one, I should say, to just make sure everything's in the right spot. Apply a little bit of glue around it to help this piece stick in place. And then very carefully kind of slide it into place. Like so. Sorry, I'm doing all of that off of the camera. Oops. Probably didn't need to cut that as much as I did, but that's okay. So get a little bit more goo. Make sure it's not pooling anywhere. Bada bing. Look at that. We've added our little armor plate in. We've schmoozed it. It's looking great. We've hidden a huge chunk of that gigantic gap that looks so bad. There's not really much of a gap anymore. I might not even put any wires in there because I don't want to waste them if they aren't visible. So this will be the other end. Not technically any reason that I can't wait to do this side, but it's just because this stuff takes a long time to dry to the point where you can kind of like keep messing with it. Ooh, I cut a lot off that time. I should not have done that. It's fine. Battle damage. That's what we'll call it. Alright. So, second burst same as the first. You just kind of want this to go right in here like this. Bada bing, bada boom. Just making sure everything mostly matches up. Does for the most part. Okay. And get a little bit of goo. Try to do a little bit less this time because I went a little crazy last time. It's really just this part up here that matters. Okay. Sorry, not chatting too much on this part. Just trying to make sure everything goes to plan. And I need just a little bit more goo. But I need a narrower brush for this part, so I just scrape some of it off on top of the jar. Scrape that. And then, yeah, don't want to overdo it. Can always add more. Getting rid of this stuff is very, very hard. Alright. Looking pretty cool. Look at that. Little armored chest piece with a little bit more character than I had before. And a little skull. Gets to go right there. I'll do that, and then that'll be the end of the video, I think, for today. Gotta pick my favorite skull to use. Gotta decide if I want to use a human skull or not. Ah, probably. I don't actually think I left myself enough room to use another kind of skull. But maybe. Well, those are all human skulls. All human, all the time. That's their motto. Maybe I can find a weird one. Okay, that one's not bad. Maybe I'll use that one. So, this is I cut this sprue up to fit in the place I'm storing it, but this is something. This is part of the Citadel Skull sprue, which has a bunch of different kinds of skulls. Though I've used a lot of them off of this one. I have a new box, but figured I'd work my way through this one before I did that. This one's got a big horn on it, which is cool, but I don't know if it will fit with the horn. I don't know if it's really what I'm looking for, like looks wise. So do this. Doesn't fit super well. I really do want it to look like this is something that it wore while it was alive. Can use this blade again, so I can do it without destroying everything around it. Gotta go really quick though, because this blade heats up, and this plastic will just melt if I don't go quickly. Okay. 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 So all I really wanted to use this part for, this knife for. Okay. Didn't end up as clean as I kind of hoped it would, but it's not terrible. I think I can fix it with some sanding. Very gentle. Alright, that's pretty good. There's a lot more room for the skull to go. Yeah, I think I gotta cut the little horn off. But we'll keep it and add it into a new spot, basically. But I think I need to get this going. And sand the skull. Very hard to sand these, they're very small. Okay. Whoop. Where'd you go? I also do this a lot. Kind of embarrassing shit. Where I just kind of fling things on accident. There you go. Found it. That was much faster than I usually find things. Sometimes I just don't find them at all. Until I, vacuum everything up. So I can do this. Put the skull as far in here as I can get it. Which I think can be a little bit farther. If I sand the ends. If I sand it into a more tubular shape. I don't want to sand it. That's going to take 100 million years. I will just shave a little bit of it. Knife. As long as it's not like visible, doesn't really matter. So I'm trying to keep it to the back half of the skull. If I can. Okay. That will let me put it in just a little bit further. I think that's gonna be good. There. So, no, I'll still use plastic glue. It's a pretty tight fit. So I'm gonna put just a little bit of the goo, just a smidgen. Help fill any gaps. Whoa. Bada bing. Stick that back in there. This is the problem with the sprue goo, is that you do end up just kind of getting it everywhere. It's just melty strings of plastic. I gotta hold this here for a minute. Till the glue sets up just a smidgen. Alright. There we go. That's pretty good. Big legs. God, that's. It just won't show you. Oh, alright. Well, what? Alright, it's trying. But, see? Now he's got his little skull face stuck in there. Pretty cool. Big robot body. Skinny little waist. Very cool. Alright. I know I said I was going to make this one shorter, but now it is also almost an hour long. I just can't help myself. I'm just a chatty guy. What can I say? So I need an eyeball for this guy. I don't think I want to do the cable thing in this one's eyes. I kind of like the idea of it being more like a big red glowing eye situation. Okay, this eyeball is too big. I need a size smaller than that one. These are just little beads. They're technically nail art beads, I think. I'm not 100% on that, though. This might be the same size as the one I just determined was too big. Or perhaps slightly bigger, in fact. Yeah, slightly too big. Won't quite fit. So we'll go with a little guy. Actually, okay. I'm gonna try to find the right size. Um, because this is a pretty important part of the model. So I want to make sure that I get it right. So I just want to make sure that I give myself the best foot forward. So those are too big. That'll be too big, obviously. Okay. This is good. Part is also going to be kind of annoying because I'm trying to put a teeny tiny ball bearing into a teeny tiny slot. So we'll do that. Close these every time I use them to make sure I don't spill them everywhere. As I would never find like the vast majority of them. Okay. I think is our one. Oh, drop that one. That one's gone forever now. It's fine. So, a technique I saw online, and I have no idea who came up with it, is to just soak this part in plastic glue, makes the shape malleable, and then you just take one of your little ball bearings and you stick it in there. And so, well, this glue technically won't work on the ball bearing because the ball bearing's made of metal. What you're essentially doing is creating a friction fit, forcing it into the skull while it's a little bit malleable. And then when it hardens, I'm just using the back of my knife here for this. Trying not to squish with too crazy amount of force. Not everything's not completely set yet everywhere, so I'm gonna clean this up a little bit now. But there we go. We got a little ball bearing in there. Let me see if I can show you. We got our little ball bearing guy in there. Wow. Spooky scary man. Now he just needs arms and then skulls, which I will also be taking from this skull sprue. And just kind of gluing a bunch of them on with some spike holes. So it looks like they've been nailed on or whatever. Because I want this guy to be kind of savage in that way. I can test the base size really quick before I end the video. I didn't realize this is where I stored these spaces, but it appears as though it is, which is helpful. Oh, jeez. These are both 40s. I need a 32. It looks like I might not actually have any more of. Oh, wait, no. Here's one. Aha. Found it. These little bases. They're like spaceship decking is kind of the idea, or like warehouse decking. So this is a 32. Trying to look. Fits on it. Overhanging it like crazy. And then this is a 40, which is significantly larger. But the feet fit on it completely, so probably going to go 40 with this one. Just for funsies. I think it'll just look a little bit nicer. But that is okay. So there's all that. Oh, joy, oh joy. Now I get to put all this junk away before I get back to it tomorrow. I'm going to figure out what I want to do for the arms by the next time you see that guy in a video. I don't know if that'll be tomorrow or when that will be, but we'll see. I am doubting that I'm going to have my session on Friday, and oh no, we weren't having that anyway. Oh, that's a bummer. Uh, my friend's gonna have to miss the thing that they were going to do because she broke her leg. Whoopsies. I won't say who though I'm sure I probably already told you guys who know me in person. But the rest of that gets to stay as an internet secret. It's not my name, so I don't want to share it. Internet safety is important, kids. Even though it might seem like it doesn't matter. It does. It's so important. Yeah. Turn the light off. I'm not quite as blown out, but alrighty. Well, boss, there we are. Weird little guy Thursday, taken care of. Boom, boom. Um, yeah, hopefully I can get this guy some arms, and then we can move on to the detail pass stuff. I think I want to add some more details to the legs too. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those yet, but might just add some spikes. Might add some more piping so that they look a little beefier. Not sure yet, but happy with the way it's going so far. So, sorry, the camera's not my video screen's right here, but the camera's right here. I'm not a professional. So, until next time, stay weird.